back on my budget. So I finished all my other expenses, and I'm back on my budget. And I've already told Fawn, but I'm going to reinforce the fact that for the next few months, the budget's going to be the frickin' budget, because I just bought the airline ticket. Oh, I booked my ticket. Let me try if I can do this. So like I don't know, like, come up with like 7 signs or 9 signs or something. Your Thai girlfriend's not a bar girl. Like, what you're going to find is that you're going to find this out. Thai women talk about sex, and they talk full graphic detail of everything. Like, they don't seem to hold back, because they share knowledge on sexual performance and what you can do to make a man happy and all these things. And I don't think Western women do that. I mean, certainly nobody was worrying about how great things were for Rob back in America, I can tell you that. Well, there's a couple girls out when I was dating, but separate concept. Same thing here. When you're dating, there's a certain level of attention, and it can go down with marriage and blah, blah, blah. And so there really isn't a whole lot of incentive to sign a lot of paperwork, guys. There really is not a lot of incentive. I mean, you know, whatever. But you want to find that out early. You are going to find that out, that if you make a woman kind of overly, you overly set her up and give her everything already, she's already got all the lifetime supply of milk, which she need you for. Just saying. I'd be careful with that. I really would. It's human nature. It's just human nature. It's just the people that rise above that are so few. I mean, good luck if that's what you're going to find. God bless you. I hope you do. But that's, you know, finding friends like that is one thing, and that's really hard to find, as we've talked about that a lot on the channel. But romantic relationships, I think it's at least 2 orders of magnitude more difficult, and you can look up what that means. It basically means you're not going to find it. But anyway, so like 7 signs or something, your lady's not a bar girl. So yeah, they share all this stuff, and so you'll find highly flirty, highly foreplay-ish, erotic, romantic, if you want to call it that, which I think it kind of is, stuff. You'll find, like, okay, in Thailand there's no PDA. You're not supposed to do PDA, and your Thai girlfriend's going to know this because she's Thai, okay? But you'll be at a restaurant, and she's going to put her hand in your lap and rub your thigh for you or something, you know, and she'll do it discreetly so nobody in the restaurant can see. And, you know, she'll do stuff like that, and you'll be thinking, oh my God, she's a bar girl. Bar girls do this. You know, I was married for 37 years or something back in, you know, England, and no one ever did this for me. And now, oh shit, she's a bar girl. I got to leave her. No. See, if you're from England, so Nigel, 42% of all males in England are named Nigel. So Nigel, look, it's not a problem. She's learned this from some of her friends. She's got a foreign boyfriend, which is super rare, super hard to do. She was 2 years flirting with broken down, disgusting looking, morbidly obese, fat potential tourists, okay, telling them how handsome they were, and she finally got you to show up and meet her. So she's a little excited, and she's looking to keep you. So she talked to her friend who knows, or her friend who knows her friend, who worked at a bar in Pattaya, or let's stop picking up Pattaya, who worked at a bar in Koh Samui, which is the high-class Pattaya, maybe. She said that she can do this and rub her hand in your lap and make you happy while you're eating your dinner. Okay, that's all it is. You'll find, so I've talked about this before. There's like it's the most overt flirt, I guess, other than them actually tearing off their clothes in public and jumping on you, which I suppose is a heavier flirt than this. But other than that, the inside skin on the skin on the inside of your forearm, kind of where your forearm bicep would be, okay? That inside skin's very soft. It tends to be very white and pale because you don't get sun there, because it's the inside skin of your forearm. It's very sensitive, very soft. They'll hook their arm inside your arm, and sometimes often hold your hand or your wrist with their other hand, and then they'll gently stroke the inside skin with their fingertips or lightly with their fingernail tips or something like that, and make a very soothing, very pleasant sensation along the that skin on the inside of your forearm, and they'll stroke it very gently and very affectionately. That one is really the same as a signed, notarized letter from them saying they want you to be their lover or their husband, um, or they'll just take a geek relationship of some, whatever it is that they want you. They want you. And again, I've had one that was a kind of a prospective new friend, and then his wife did that to me the first time we went out to dinner. So that was the end of it was. I never saw them again. So, too bad, but I didn't do any of this. This isn't my fault. I didn't tell his wife to come around and keep doing that. I turned and I kind of made the expression like, to fawn while the lady's still doing it. She wouldn't stop. It was like getting a barnacle off a ship. Oh, anyways, he mostly didn't seem to not notice, but he must have noticed at some point. I don't know, but I was uncomfortable, and I really, I never called him, and he never called me after that. So I don't know whatever. But anyhow, so they might do that. That can be a flirt. You'll see Bargirls doing that. Because it will get you excited. It clearly communicates a message, right? I mean, that's kind of an unmistakable message. So, but that doesn't mean anything. If you're in a relationship already and she's doing that, all Thai women know that. That isn't even a Bargirl thing, okay? That's just letting you know she's interested. And it's sort of socially acceptable to do, I don't know about broad daylight or not, but, whatever. Another one would be kissing. Like a full kiss on the mouth, a kiss. So publicly, a peck on the cheek would be an awful lot here in Thailand. That's an awful lot. It's a little tiny peck on the cheek is a lot. And a traditional village girl may not want to even do that, okay? They may kiss you full on the mouth in public, like a French kiss, like a big passionate kiss. All right, that one? That one's Bargirl and scammer. I don't know of a nice, decent Thai girl that will do that. That's me, and that's in this village, and that's my experience. So I could be way, way wrong elsewhere. But from what I'm seeing, and what all Fawn's friends are telling me, and what some of my better traveled, more experienced expat friends have told me, that one's a no-go. That's you got yourself a Bargirl. If she's willing to French kiss you openly outside the home, or maybe somebody might possibly, could potentially, be looking, okay? But if she does it in full broad daylight, right, at the market, hey, goodbye, honey, and then here comes the tongue, dude, you got yourself a Bargirl and you just don't know it yet. That's what I think. That's just my opinion. So I would definitely make that a healthy, good-sized red flag, no less than 147 square inches in size and an official Pantone color of, okay, I do the whole thing on that. Generally Thais don't hold hands in public, but I see that a little bit. So I would have no issues about holding hands, silly as this sounds. You won't see it much, but if you make a hold hand request, generally they should go along with it. And if you walk around a mall or a big public market or something, you'll see 1 in 100 couples walking around holding hands, or you'll see the woman holding the man. I think that's acceptable too, because there's an official. They have these official photos of the royal family. Okay, they've got like some kind of like, I don't know who the people are. But they've got, if you look at photography, if you know art at all, these are really well balanced, really, really well done photos. Okay, these aren't just little like snapshots like, hey. I mean, these are really beautiful. They're beautiful photos. Some of the, if you look at them, they're some of the best composed photos I've ever seen. I'm really not kidding. Okay, and there's a really famous one of the King 10, the new king, current king, in a flight suit. I want to say it is. I think he must have been in the Thai Air Force. I know he has a distinguished military record. I'm going to say Thai Air Force. And there's the Queen, and you can see how she's holding his hand. He's not holding her hand. She's holding his hand. She's holding on to her man. You can see this composed in the photo. It's very well done. And so I would say it's absolutely okay. And I will see this publicly, the woman holding on to her man. whether it's a Thai man or a foreign man, doesn't matter. You will see some women holding on to their men. That's absolutely culturally okay. There's an official photo on that. I'm going to say that's like, you know, again, a signed, notarized permission slip of some kind. Those photos aren't happenstance. Those are all composed, and they're beautifully done and perfectly lit. If you look at one, they're all over the place, and they're very high resolution typically. Study one for a few minutes and look. There's a lot to those. Those would take all day to get that photo. That's a lot of work. If you've ever done photography, I did architectural heavy. I never did it myself, but I'd hire people to photograph the projects that we completed and such. And just getting that is tough. You put people in the picture, oh, freaking forget it. It's so hard. Anyways, enough about that. So another sign that your lady isn't a bar girl. You might get attention while you're driving. You might get physical attention while you're driving. You know, you might get, and you know, in private, if the lady is in your room for drinks, you know, so to speak. You might find that this lady is really a bit of a tiger, you know, and you may be thinking, oh my gosh, I've got a bar girl. Oh no, I watched Reset with Rob. He's warned me. He's warned me of the evils of these bar women. I gotta boot her out immediately, you know, and all this stuff. You know, no, because again, the Thai women really talk and share information, and they don't spare detail. I've overheard the conversations. They don't spare any detail. They do not. And, you know, your girlfriend, you know, could be very nervous about losing you. And I'm telling you, statistically 99% chance she is. Thai women are infamously insecure with their men because it's a male-dominated culture. And the guys can just go pick up another lady in a heartbeat without having to think about it. And for a foreign man of any desirability, and if they're dating you, they see you as desirable. Now, whatever that is, if you're, you know, in your late 70s and you're totally out of shape, but you've got a huge pension and they know that your pension can be passed on, that's a big deal. And if you're actually not treating her like crap, big deal again. You know, she'll be all over you. And you know, and you can get in a situation like that and they can really love you, or they can just be looking for a pension. That's entirely up to you and the lady and how things go. People are people. They're all going to be different. But I got a funny thing on that. I've been doing these skin treatments, and my face might be a little puffy today because I did one yesterday afternoon. There's a little swelling right after. But you can see my turkey neck is almost gone, though. And I had a really bad turkey neck. I had a double gobbler there, and they're just a remnant of one. The other one's gone. The one gobble has been gone a couple months, 3 months now. It hasn't come back. The big one, we flapped way down. It looked like Emperor Palpatine or whatever there. Not good. So when I got here, played that age guessing game, fun, and I got a kick out of that. People were guessing my age in my early 60s. Between 60 and 65 was what I was getting as my age. And now they're saying 50 to like 53. I don't think anyone said 55. Again, I'm 59, I'm almost 60. Okay, great. I'm happy. Fawn loves it. In her mind, she's saving more face by me looking younger and better. So she's super happy. I'm happy. She's gotten a little insecure that I keep doing it. And, you know, but the funny thing is, and she loved hearing this. Yesterday, I put it together. I put together the observation. Over the last few months, as I've gotten younger looking, I've gotten noticeably less attention from the women. When people were guessing my age at 60 to 65, like 63, 65 was probably average, probably not 60 very often. So like let's just say mid 60s, people guessing my age at that, I was getting way more attention from the women. Right now, and they perceive me as being about 50, I'm getting way less attention, way less. A lot of Thai women like the pensioners. They like the pensioners, so, you know. Here I'm always saying, take care of yourself. I mean, hell, what do I know? You know, you should throw a couple of wrinkles on. Take up smoking. I don't know, you know. Don't do that. And it's been consistent. Now, again, it's all by where you are, too. But here in the village, I usually get kind of like mobbed with, you know, I'll get a little bing ping there. And I haven't had a bing ping in weeks. So, I don't know. It's fine. Another sign that you might worry you shouldn't. You sit down at the restaurant. She wants to order your food for you, situate your dinner for you first before hers. Good morning. Particularly, she'll do the borigan, the service. She'll do your namkang, your ice. She'll handle your beer. She'll pour your beer for you. You know, it's hot here, so you typically, instead of having like a mixed drink, and I'm a bourbon guy. I'm a big bourbon guy. Did the bourbon trail back home. I could talk about bourbon all day, but we can make this a bourbon channel for all I care. But you know, here I tend to drink beer, and the rare, you know, once a week I have an alcoholic beverage because it's hot, and the beer does help at least hydrate you a little bit while you're having a little bit of alcohol. And actually, there's a strong argument beer is less bad than soda pop, and I have typically 1 or 2 small soda pops a day, which are horrible for you, and I know that, and I need to work on that, but I'm working on all my other, more on that in another video. But pouring your beer for you, and at first it feels a little uncomfortable because you're getting this kind of this service like this. You might be thinking, oh gosh, this is a Bargirl trick or something. No, it's a cultural thing. She needs to be seen taking care of you. The same reason if your mom from back in your home country comes to visit you and she decides to help your Thai girlfriend you're living with, or your Thai wife you're living with, and your mom's there and she helps clean the house and cook dinner, the whole village will gossip your Thai lady, saying how she can't take care of you by herself, how embarrassing it was for her that your mom had to come help her. That's the message they'll get out of it. They won't get the, oh, your mom's JD, your mom's a nice person. They'll get, your Thai lady's a bad person. It's a real high standard. They're trapped in a super high cultural standard. They've got to do all these things or they're bad, okay? And so when you see them fawning all over you, fawn does have a great name, you know, that's just normal. That's nothing to do with Bargirl stuff. That's nothing to do. It's nothing to do with that at all. Now, here's one. I don't know how to say this delicately. I'm not good at all this. Your lady, or in my case, sometimes a lady, grabs you by your personal stuff. Grabs your personal area. You get grabbed. I've had this happen a few times. I'm like, what the hell? You know. It's like that Crocodile D first movie where that's how we greet each other in Australia. It's like, I'm like, geez, that's real. You might get that. Your Thai wife or girlfriend might do that on a date. You might get grabbed. I wouldn't think anything of that. That can happen. It's Thailand. Again, the women all talk. They're under a lot of pressure to make and keep you happy. Sometimes they don't know really what you want. They don't understand all this stuff. They know their stuff that their mom and dad raised them with, all this traditional, cultural, Buddhist, Thai stuff, and all this Watanatam Dangdum, this traditional culture. And, you know, I don't know what to tell you. You're just going to enjoy the ride. I don't know what to say. But you might get some crazy things happening. The bottom line, you see the direction of this video here. You might get some crazy things and some crazy physical things happening between you and your lady. And, you know, none of them necessarily mean in any way that they're any kind of bar worker or prostitute or, you know, freelancer or however you want to say. It's got nothing to do with that. Now, if there's other things, then hey, you know, I mean, I pay attention to all this. Notice I've made a video about them. They are worth noting, okay? But they don't necessarily mean a whole lot. You got to put these in context with your lady. And, you know, and they all have their past, and they all have, and I'm telling you, it's common. Okay, I'm going to tell you a couple things you're not going to want to hear. Okay, here I start going on this long segue. I've got quite a bit of footage on this. I'm going to make that a separate video. Here's my new bicycle. I bought this in the city of Kalat. I had to buy a bike I wanted to buy a bike for Tim's birthday. I bought Ken a bike for his birthday. Both were riding unrideable pieces of crap. This is I don't know, here it's a very nice bike. Kind of a low mid-level bike back in the States. It was about $100, a little over $3 grand. So it seems to ride pretty well. I just keep it in the top gear, so I don't have to use my legs very much to pedal. I just use the strength and my body weight and such. I'm very careful, and this seems to be working okay. Today's the second day after bike riding, a few minutes each day, and so far I'm still all right. My name is Rob, and thank you for supporting my YouTube channel. I meant every word I just said with respect.